So they're able to take those few years and cut them off. So that way the numbers are a lot better when you're about to pass the bill. Do you know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
So the fact, here's the problem. The delay in implementing it has made it so that the cost, the true cost of that health care is hidden.
Because we're already paying for it now, is that what you're saying?
No, we're getting the benefits now, but we don't start getting, yes, until 2014. When you look at the 10-year, it makes it so that it doesn't cost more. It's almost like you go and you're buying a Lexus, right? You say, you get to buy a Lexus, you go home with it in January, and you don't have to start paying for it until October. So you don't have all of this time, but you get the benefits of having it, right? And then you start paying for it October, January, February, and then it goes on. So we don't really see the truth. If you look at it, within 10 years, you know how much you're going to pay, but if you actually look at how much it's going to actually cost you, the cost is astronomical.
Seems a little convenient for a person trying to figure out the process.
Let's be very clear. Unless we change our administration, unless we're actually able to get a ruling from the Supreme Court saying that it's unconstitutional, we're in trouble.
Are you in favor of completely eliminating Obamacare if you have something to do with it?
I am.
And who do you see as the presidential candidate that would be most also in the right spot to help accomplish that?
Well, I can tell you, I'm actually going to be supporting a candidate, and my main benefactor for supporting that candidate is because I believe that that's the best choice in beating our president, and that's Mitt Romney. I like Ron Paul. I like his ideas. You know, we differ a little bit on foreign policy, but you know, Romney is a good businessman. He's got the right ideas, and he has pledged to kill Obamacare. I care about that.
One of the biggest hurdles, because I think we're generating a lot of good people as candidates here in the state of Utah, yourself included. I, for one, want to thank you for being involved in the political process. We need good people because the political game is not usually very fun to play in your shoes, and so thank you for being in there. One of the biggest challenges that we face is getting a good Republican candidate like yourself past the Democratic hurdle. What's your game plan to beat this deceiver that wants people to think he's conservative and he's not?
Which gets me to where you need to understand. This is usually where I go and I know that I can make a difference. The first difference we must make here in the state of Utah is to beat Jim Matheson. I can do it. He's 6-0. Let me tell you why he's 6-0. What he's able to do is he's able to take Republican nominees and define them, because the people that endorse them, because the people that are behind them, and define them as being too extreme. That's his formula. He's got that formula. He's beaten us with that formula 6 times. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake. And if we hand over, if we elect any of the other as our nominees, we'll be handing him that formula a 7th time. What is the definition of insanity?
So is he gauging himself as the moderate versus the extreme Republican? That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what he does. He says things where he says, you know, I'm a blue dog, and I'm really, you know, I'm really conservative in some areas. But you're talking about somebody who really know on the appeal of Obamacare.
The thing I see is he has a record that he can't really hide behind, but who is capable of exposing that record so people really know the truth? That
Everyone's
seems to be the
capable of
problem.
exploring that record as long as they do not let him define them. Because what happens is when he defines people as too extreme, following him, we lose the independent voters, we lose the women voters, and we lose even some Republican voters. Right? We have to think about the people that have been able to, John Swallow, LeVar Christensen, David Bell,
Bill Dew.
Bill Dew, and Derek Smith.
think the most
Because
recent
of who I
candidate came
am.
within what, 3 or 4% of Beatman?
It was actually, what was it? No, it was more than that. It was 5%.
I'm sorry.
5%.
But that was in the old district where he was very comfortable.
No. That was actually within 1,000. That's within 1,000 votes. That was after he was redistricted and after he was matched on his spending. So it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with who we keep putting up against him. Does that make sense? Because of who I am and where I come from, he is going to be unable to define me the way he has defined the others.
Speak to this analogy. On the presidential scene, we've had this past week accounts of some of the other candidates complaining that one of the candidates has so much money it's unfair. And they said, well, that's like a military commander saying, well, it's not fair, the enemy has more weapons. Well, that's one of the weapons of political activity, and is sometimes the one that helps you succeed.
And you know, we need to have enough. Here's the thing. I need to make sure that I have enough to put out the ads and put out the things that we have out there, which we will. We'll be able to do that. But instead of letting them define it, which you won't be able to do, we can start really focusing on the threat. We can go out and start focusing on those things. I am a threat. Everybody look over there. Behind you.
Oh, I know. We know he's there. We know Matt is listening.
Look behind you. There's a reason why I have a problem.
One more, I don't know.
It's okay. Bring it on.
Is that all you got?
Okay, one more question. One more question.
Sorry, I'll make it really quick. I went to another Republican candidate, and he said something that really bothered me, so I wanted to know how you felt on something he said that you should never vote for a candidate who needs the paycheck to pay the mortgage. In other words, you should only vote for candidates that are self-made, that have all the money they need, and that means that a normal person can't actually ever be in office. I'm wondering how you feel about that.
How I feel is you need to vote for the candidate that's going to be most effective, and the person that, first of all, what you need to specifically think about is the candidate that's going to be able to reach your purpose, and that's one. And then the candidate that's going to have the best chance of breaking through the 435-member U.S. House. Right? Everybody else has to stand in line. You have to understand that I've got people that are above me, and their leadership areas, and it's because of my policies. It's because of the things that I've been able to do, and I'm able to shift that message. Remember, I talked about in order for us to actually get across and change the country, we've got to shift the way we deliver the message. We've got to get our fellow Americans to come along with us. We've got to say, your life is not going to get any better being completely dependent on government. It's not going to happen. We've got some real problems. I just got through just having a good healthcare conversation with some folks up at the 11th building. It's pretty grim. What we focused on, we've got the goals sometimes are the same, right? To provide healthcare. But here's what's happening with healthcare. There are people that, for instance, are at the left that say that they want to make sure that they concentrate on access to healthcare first, and then have the access deal with the costs. So then we have to deal with the costs after we've provided access. What we're trying to say is we have to deal with the costs first, then figure out with that cost, how we're going to do that. It's pretty much what we do at home, right? It's like, is it affordable? Is it sustainable? And that's the two approaches of coming at it. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. I need your help. This is what I need from you. I need your help.
Are you going to be at
What we'd
the,
like to do,
I apologize, are you going to be at the Southtown Jordan, or the South Jordan Library on Saturday at 1?
Yes,
yes.
yes. I'm so sorry about we had to cut this short.
That's fine.
But here's what we're going to do.
Does
This
your
is what I'm
website
going
show
to
other
do.
events coming up too?
Yes, we're going to have several events coming up, and I'll let you all know about those best. But here's what we're going to do. Best chance that we have, if we want to compound it and make it a lot more difficult, if we come out with a Republican nominee out of convention, that means 600 votes, then we can start. Then everybody will be behind one candidate, one Republican candidate, and we'll be able to take him on a lot stronger. I mean, I'll still be able to win if if it comes to a primary. But the last thing we want is to just keep beating up on each other and give the left ammunition. So, we have to do everything we can. I need 600. 600 of you. I'm willing to stand up. There's 1,000. I'm willing to stand up and do my part. I need your help. It's not going to be easy. Hopefully it's worth it.
Good luck.